All right, now, I tend to be loud. So I'm Brandy Goyette, candidate for County Commissioner, District 4, Pasco County. I live in Embassy Hills, which is a neighborhood that abuts the homeless shelter that was approved yesterday. It's not a nice neighborhood, just so you know. Regency Park and Embassy Hills tend to be one of our poorer neighborhoods. We have a large population of individuals that live there that are homeless. They sit there, they encamp, and it's about time we did something, and I'm very proud of the county for over a year of dragging their feet, finally doing something for our homeless population. I am a social worker by trade. I've been doing it for about 20 years, and a lot of people are doing the math right now. I am 42 years old. I am a single mom. I have a 4-year-old who is the boss of me 99% of the time. She is a mini-me. She believes she will be kid commissioner when I am county commissioner, which means she'll be taking care of the kids. I have a large background in advocacy, and I'm used to working with tight budgets. Because as a social worker, a single mom, raised by a single dad, you learn to pinch every penny. And it's about time here at the county, we started spending our money wisely. Because we can sit there and say, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, but it's about time we started showing the west side of Pasco some love. I live on the west side of Pasco, originally from Michigan, born, raised there until I moved down here for a job to work with AIDS patients. Florida should not be number 1 in HIV and AIDS, and Pasco should not be number 1 in hepatitis B and hepatitis C, but we are. We lead the state in those infections. And it's time for us to start doing something for the people on the west side. I'm a social worker, I advocate for those people all the time, and I advocate for the working poor, which 42% of this county is, and that's a problem. I am supported by a lot of the unions. I was raised by a single dad who is a retired UAW member. So my biological mother is an addict. So that's why my dad raised us on our own until I was 10 and he remarried. So people say, well, working in the county, it's gonna be a fight. Well, I'm used to fighting. Growing up with a single parent household with brothers and a dad, you kind of learn you have to fight for what you need to. You have to advocate for those. My dad and my grandfather are both veterans. They both served in wars. And they raised me that even though it's right, it's gonna be hard. You have to fight for what is right. It doesn't always mean that it's the easiest road, but when you're out there taking care of people, that's what matters. Because here in Pasco, we have a large population of people that tend to be ignored, and it's time to stop ignoring them. Because at the same time, they are the people that are going to be taking care of us in the future. You always want to make sure that people are taken care of. And there's a good way to have that, to have an actual advocate who's used to budgets, instead of being supported by developers. So I'm Brandy Goyette, County Commissioner, District 4, and you can find me at www.brandywithanI.campaign.com or on Facebook, Brandy, Geoit, or as I like to say, Goyette Common to me, on Facebook. Thank you.